Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're...
Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yah Shabbat Rakathum to all the Akim out there. And then Yahweh Shalom Alathum Bashim Yah Shabbat to all the Akwakian and all of our children. This is the Sabbath service on a holiday that we should not be celebrating. This is the 4th of July. I think this is the Sabbath today, so that is what we will be commemorating is the Sabbath and not the conquistadors' holiday. I wanted to just say, forgive me, Captain Kazak, if I misquote you. I saw Captain Kazak say something yesterday similar, but he said any person that's celebrating their the oppressor's holiday is still a slave. So I'm paraphrasing, but I was like, that's a heavy point. So we know this is not a day that we should be observing as far as freedom, but this is the Sabbath day. So that is the Sabbath day liberates us from our work and looks forward to kingdom coming. So that's how we can look at it for today, because this is the Sabbath. We're going to get started. We are now in the book of Deuteronomy. We're going to go straight into it. We're in Deuteronomy 6, 11 through 17. Let's just give some review in Deuteronomy. In Deuteronomy, and actually we'll start asking questions too. Moses is now reviewing everything that they learned in the wilderness. Because can somebody tell me where are the Israelites about to cross? Anybody? What river are they about to cross? Anybody know? Anybody remember? It'd be the River Jordan. Okay. Remember, they're about to cross the River Jordan, and Moses is not allowed to go into the land. Okay, Moses is not allowed to go to the land because of the disobedience that him and Aaron did. Okay, so so we're going to go over some of the things that Moses has been reviewing. He's going to be reviewing some of these things, and we're going to go over it. He's reviewing the statutes, the judgments, and telling them that if you observe them, that they will be well in the land. So let's start in the book of Deuteronomy. We're in chapter 6. We're reading verses 11 through 17. We're going to start that in the Hebrew. Whenever the officer is ready, Officer Parag's ready.
Chapter 6 here.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 11.
Salaki. Wabatam. Malayam. Ko. Tawab. Ashar. La'ah. Mala'af. Raf. Kataza. Wabayam. Yam. Wabayam. Wabyam. So Kataza Wabyam. Ashar. La'ah. Katazabaf. Tazabaf. Yam. Ramyam. Karamyam. That's Karanyam.
Karanyam, yeah.
Oh my God. Karanyam. Was a Yum. Yakyam. Was a Yakyam. Ashar. La'ah. Nata'ith. What what a kalaf. What aklaf.
You got it.
What ka af. I mean what ka laaf. Laf. What ka alak slack it. What a kalaf. What's shab? What's shab if? What's shaba if? Verse 12. The shamar. Salakia. Lak. Laka. Salakia. Laka. Shoot. Pun. The shakuk. The shakak. Af. Yahweh. Ashar. Hawa. Tazaya ak. Tazayaka. Salakia. Rataza. Ma'arataza. Yum. Tazarium. Mutazarium. Maba Yaf. Yum. Badium. Or Ibadium. Verse 13. Af. Yahweh. Allah Hayak. Allah Hayak. Allah Yaka. Allah Yaka. What? The Ra'ah. Wa Athwa. Or okay, come. The Abad. Waba Shamwa. Mashabai. Say it again, sir. The Shabai. Salaki. Verse 14. La'ah. Dalakawan. Or Dalakawan. Dalakwan. Raya. All right. Akaraya. Akaria. Akaria. Okay. Yum. Lahayam. La'a. So that's La'ayam. Ala'ayam. Oh, Alahayam. Salaki. Alahayam. Aka yum. Karyam. Akarium. Malahaya. Lahaya. Ma'alahaya. So Ha'ai Mayam. I'm yum. Ha'ayam. Salaki. Ashar. Sabayab. Bayab. Wath Yakam. Verse 15. Khya. Al. Quana. Yahweh. Alahayan. I mean, Alahayak. Alahayaka. Bakwar. Baka. Bakwar Baka. Bakwarka. Bakwar Baka. Pun. Yakar. as up.
Mhm.
Yahweh. Alahayak. Alahayaka. Alahayaka. Come on. Baka. Abak.
Mhm.
Waha Sham Yadak.
Yaka.
Waha Sham Yadika. Come on. Ma'al. Panya. Ha'id. Ha'adama.
Excellent.
Verse 16. La'a. Dana Sawa. Ath. Yahweh. Ala Yakam. Ala Hayakam.
Excellent.
Ka'ashar. Nasa Yatam.
Excellent.
Nasa Yatam. Bamasa. Verse 17. Shemawar. The Sha Marwan. Marwan. Ath. Matazawath. Yahweh. Alahayakam. Wa'ai Dath. Yawah.
Excellent.
Waka Kwari Yawar. Ashar. Tazawak. Tazawaka.
No, you had it. That's a while.
Tazawak. Verse 18. That's it.
He's got to read 18. Where's that 17? Oh, the while. So, the while. All right, let's go ahead and read that in the English. We're doing Deuteronomy 6, 11 through 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 11. And houses full of all goods, things which thou buildest not, and wells digged which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees which thou plantest not, when thou shalt have eaten and be fulfilled. Verse 12. Then beware lest thou forgot the Lord which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Verse 13. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God, and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Verse 14. Ye shall not go after other gods of the people which are round about you. Verse 15. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee, and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Verse 16. Ye shall not attempt the Lord your God as ye tempted him in Massah. Verse 17. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of your Lord your God, and his testimonies and his statutes which he hath commanded thee.
Excellent. Awesome. So, once again, they're going into before they go into the land, Moses is letting them know what they are supposed to do when they go into the land. That they were not supposed to make a covenant with those other nations in the land, that they were actually supposed to pretty much get the nations out little by little. Now, I have a question. I always ask questions here. Can anybody tell me why the Most High wanted those nations out of that land? Anybody know? Officer, can I go ahead?
Like it says, besides the fact that that's the land he chose for Israel, but he wanted them out of the land because he understood the fact that as long as we be around them, we won't end up like that's just what we do. We end up choosing a way of lifestyle instead of our own.
Con. Con, excellent. We were going to probably start copying, which we did. Another thing is because remember, the land starts after a while. The land will vomit you out. I think this is in Leviticus 19, maybe. I'm paraphrasing, but there's certain laws that have to be kept in that land. If not, the land will vomit you out. Like it vomited out of Israel, it vomits other nations out. Okay, so that's what's happening is these nations were doing all these abominations in that land, and the Most High did not want them to do that, so the land spewed them out. Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead and continue reading. We are in Deuteronomy chapter 6, and we're reading 18 through 24. Let's read that in the Hebrew first, and then in the English, whatever you're ready.
Done. Wa I Shayath Hayashar Wa a Tawab Wa Hatawab Ba Ayanya. That's it.
Yeah, you're
Okay. Yahweh Lama Ain Yatab Lak Waba'ath Waya Rashta or Rashath.
excellent.
Af Ha'arataza Hataba Ashar Nishabia Shabai
Excellent.
Yahweh La'abath Yakah.
Excellent.
Verse 19. Laha Dap Ath Kol Aya Salake Ayaba Yak yeah Ayab
Excellent.
Ayabyak Ayab Yaka.
Excellent.
Ayab Yaka Mapan Yaka
Excellent.
Ka'ashar Dabar Yahweh. Verse 20. Kaya Yasha Al Laka Banka Makar Kataza. Makar La'amar Maha Ha'ai Dath Waha Quak Yum Waha Musha Pat. Oh,
yeah, you have.
Pat Yum Ashar Tazawa Yahweh Allah Hayanwa Allah Hayanawa.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, Allah Hayanawa. Okay. Come on. The come. Athcom.
Excellent.
Verse 21. Wa Amarath. laba nak, laba naka, or labanka.
There you go. Excellent.
I slack it.
Sure.
That's yum badium, I badium. Hayayan wa. Lapa ra'ai ha. Tazarayam. Bama tazarayam. Bama. Okay. Bama tazarium. Waya what taza ya anwa. So waya what taza wa ya waya what taza ya anwa
621.
Yahweh.
Cut. Without 22.
Yum. Tazarium. Mama Tazarium. Bayad. Kazak. Verse 22. Wayathan. Yahweh. Awath. Awathaf. Yum. Pathium. Wama pathium. Good yum. Dolium. Good dolium. Yum. Ra'ayim. Wara'ayim. Bumatazarium. Muga Ra'ai. I mean Muga Ra'ai. Muga Ra'aya. I mean Buga Ra'ai I her. Oh. Bapar or is Bapa?
You were pronouncing it right.
Oh. Bapa Slaki. Bapara'aya. Bapara'aya. Wabakol. Bayafwa. La'ai. Yan or Yanwa. Yan Yanawa. Okay. Verse 23. Wa'ai with Tanwa. Wa'ai with Tanwa. What a wat nawa? But taza ya'a masham lama iwa so I get like all right. What about ya'a a tanwa lataf lanawa ath put a rataza ashar nisha bai la abath ya nawa. Verse 24. Waya Tazawanawa,
Excellent.
Yahweh, La'ai Shawath, Af, Kol, Hakwakim, Slakia. Huh? Is it Al or just Allah?
There you go.
Okay, Allah.
Mm-hmm.
Layara her. Layara her. Salakia. Yahweh. Allah Yanwa. So Allah Nawa. Allah Yanawa. Allah Hayanawa. Salakia. Let's Wab. The Banwa. Salakia. Lanawa. Kol. Yum. Her yum. Look a Yaf. Nawa. Laha yum. Laha wum. Hazaha. Saha. Hazaha.
No, that's that.
Hazah. Slide.
All right, we're in Deuteronomy chapter 6. We're reading verses 18 through 24 in the English. Shalom, sis.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 18. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go and possess the good land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers. Verse 19. To cast out all thine enemies from before thee, as the Lord hath spoken. Verse 20. And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which the Lord our God hath commanded you? Verse 21. Then thou shalt say unto thy son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand.
So this is actually important because the children, the Most High wanted us to explain to our children what is the reason that we are to keep these statutes, laws, and commandments. What's the reason? Your child might ask that. And the answer is because, remember, the Most High bought us. He not only brought us out of Egypt, he bought us with a price. Okay, he came in and saved and redeemed us. And when he redeemed us, he laid out his terms. And when he laid out his terms, what did we say? Does anybody want to tell me? What did we say? It's right there on the mountain. There we go. Everything the Lord says, we will do. We made that covenant. That's like that was our signature. Anciently, you could orally say something, and that would be just as good as a signature. Nowadays, the conquistador, the conqueror, that they makes loopholes. I never said that.
Right.
But that's what we get our word is bond. When you said something out of your mouth, that was just as strong as you signing it or sealing it. Sometimes we seal something with our ring. That's where the signature comes from, or a signet ring. But we made that covenant. So that's why when the children ask, well, why do we keep these? Because we entered into a covenant. All right? What else?
Verse 22. And the Lord showed signs and wonders great and sore upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household before our eyes. Verse 23. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in to give us the land which he swore unto our fathers. Verse 24. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive, as it is that this day.
Excellent. Remember, this kind of cuts with other people. The terms were conditional. If you keep, then this will happen. If you do not, then these things will happen. So it was conditional. Okay, you had to, everybody, they did their part. The Most High was going to do his part, which was to bless us and keep us alive. Our part was to obey and agree to the terms, which we said we would do. You know, the Most High knew better, because when we got to the land, things changed.
It's a lot. Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Can I ask a question for real? So when it says in 22, and the Lord shall show signs and wonders and great sores upon Egypt and upon Pharaoh and upon his whole household before your eyes. That's the same thing that's happening now. But in America, right? So whereas though Most High said that the river of Euphrates will dry up, and wars of nations will go up against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. These are like all the same signs that's being showed to America and Trump before we go into our, you know what I'm saying, heaven, our kingdom. We get our land back again, just how it happened when we was coming out of Egypt, going into our land. Is that the same way?
That and it's the same way, and war will come. And I mean, when Yahweh was talking about that, he said these things are the beginning of sorrows, because when the Most High, just like, remember, the Most High smashed Egypt really in the night. And you got to think Egypt, if I'm, and correct me if I'm wrong, Officer Matazza, we have Officer Matazza here. Let's give it Matazza Bucks. Correct me if I'm wrong, Officer Matazza, but Egypt, America is like the modern day Egypt. America is, because you got to remember, Egypt ruled the known world at that time, the moon where they were at. And he smashed them in the night. And when Yahweh was talking about these things, he was talking about these are the beginning of sorrows. But when he smashes Babylon, he smashes Babylon in an hour. Now, can you imagine the United States being smashed in an hour? You know, they imagine the United States can't even imagine that. But he takes Babylon, you know, talks about that great city, smashed them in an hour. And that's what will happen. Just like he smashed Egypt in the night, Babylon will be crushed in an hour. This is that in Revelation. Go ahead, Officer, talk about that.
It's like what you're saying is exactly, because here's the thing, like a lot of times we read about the plagues in Egypt, like we read about them, but actually imagine that happening here in America. You see what I'm saying? Like where all the water is turned into blood. You see what I'm saying? Like that's when people will know. Because right now, people know something going on, but they still not attributing it to the Lord giving the plague. You see what I'm saying? He turned all the water in America to blood. People will know for certain that this is the Lord doing it. You see what I'm saying? You know how many businesses will go, how many people will go out of business? People ain't gonna be able to drink water. There's gonna be a lot of health issues like on the rise. You see what I'm saying? You got locusts filling the entire earth. You see what I'm saying? Like those are the signs of wonders he put forth in Egypt, and they knew for a fact that it was the Lord doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what's gonna happen here in America as well. When the Lord start pouring out his plague, he won't be able to give credit to something else.
Right.
Don't say Donald Trump is doing this. You're going to say this is of the Lord, right?
Right.
Let's go ahead and continue. I think you read all of the English records for now. All right, let's go ahead and continue. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 6, reading 25, and then we're reading chapter 6, 25, and then we're reading verses 7, 1 through 6. Whenever you're ready, Officer. Correct.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. With Tazadak, the Yaha, La Nawa, Chaya, Nishamar, La'ai Shawath, Af, Kol, Huma Tazawaha, Tazawa, Haza'ath, Lapanya, Yahweh, Allah, Salaki, you said this. Alahayanawa, Ka'ashar, Tazawana, Tazawanawa, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. Chaya. Yaba, 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 ya, yaba, ya. Yaba, ya, ya, ba, ya, Ya'aka, Yahweh, Allah, Yaka, Alahayaka, Al, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Atha, Ba'a, Shama'a, Salaki. That's Shama'a, Shema, Lara, Shath, Lara Shatha, when a shawl, Gawayam, Rabayam, Mapanyaka, Hakafya, Wahagar, Waha, Garagashia, Waha, Wahaya, Waha, hold up, slightly. Amaria. Wahaya, so is Wahaya Amarwa? Waha Amariwa. Waha Kun, Waha Wakun, Waha Kun I Naya. What? Salagi, say it again, sir. Waha Kana Anya. Amakan. Waha Par Zaya. Salagi. Waha Par Zaya. Salagi. Waha Kawaya. Wahaya. Salagi. Wahaya. Haya. Wahaya. Basaya. Waha. What? Say it again, sir. Waha Yabawasya. Shaba'ai. Gawayam.
Appreciate it.
Gawayam. Rabayam. Slaki. Rabiam. Slaki. Rabiam. Wa'ai. Tazo. Oh, that's yum. Wamyam. All right. Waya taza wamyam. Wa'ai taza wamyam. Wa'ai taza wamyam. Is that it? Wa'ai taza wayamyam. Okay. Mamalak, verse 2. When a done num nam Yahweh. Salaki. So Alahayak. Alahaya. Okay, Alahayaka. The Panyaka. Waha. Wahaka. That's thumb. Your thumb. Wahaya. Waha kayathum. Wahak yathum. That's rum. Ha karayam. Hakaram. The karayam. The karayam. Athum. La'ah. The karath. Lahum. Barayath. Wala'ah. The kanum. Verse 3. Wala'ah. The tak. Dun. The tak dun. Bum. But the ka. Batak.
Ka is right.
Oh, but the ka. Batka. Slack. La'ah. The thun. Labanwa. Waba the wath. La'ah. The quack. The banyaka. The bun. Yeah, the bun. I mean, labanka. Verse 4. Khaya. Yasa yar. Ah. Banyaka. Oh.
You had the car right.
And bun? Banka.
There you go.
Oh, Ma'akaria. Wa'ai Badwa. Alahayam.
Yeah.
Yum. Akarium. Akarium. Wakara. Wakaria.
Yeah.
Wakara. Yes. Up. Yahweh. Become. Wa'asham. Wahasham. Yadak. Wa'asham Yadka. Mahar. Verse 5. Khaya. I'm. Kaha. The Aishawa. The Aishwa. Lahum. Mazabak. Hum. Yahum. Mazabak. The Yahum. The Tazawa. Wama Taza Salaki. Wama Tazabathium. Wama Tazabathum. Wama Tazabathum. Come on. The Shab. The Sha Barwa. What a shaya. What a sharp. What a shaya raham. The dai. The daiwan. Wapa Sayala Yahum. Yala Yahum.
So y'all, yeah,
Wapasayo Yahum.
from images of breaking them.
Come with gun. This your like the Shar Panwa.
Connect around the pub.
Okay. The Shah Rap Awan.
Rock.
Rapwan. Ba'ash. Ba'ai. Ba'ash. Verse 6. Khaya. Ain. Put the wash. Aitha. La Yahweh. Alahayak. Alahayaka. Alahayaka. Bak. Baka. Salaki. Baka. Bakar. Yahweh. Alahayaka. Lahayawath. Lawyer. No, Lawa.
Good.
La'aim. Saga Laha. Sagala. Makol. Ha'aimyam. Ashar. Al. Panya.
We are at Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Ha'adama. Verse 7. La'a. Mara become. Makol.
Verse 7.
Imyam. Yes, come.
That's it. All right, we're now going to be reading Deuteronomy 6, verse 25. And then we're going to go jump to Deuteronomy 7, 1 through 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he hath commanded us. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Okay, I got a question. Sister, I want to get you involved in the class. I know it's hot. All right, I got a question. Where do all these nations come? What descendant do all these nations come from? The Canaanites, the Hittites, the Girgashites. Somebody tell me, where did these nations come from? Who did they descend from? I know Officer Gannon knows. I know you know. Sister, do you know? I couldn't hear him. Yes. Okay, excellent. Give her a hand. All right. They come from Ham. Okay, so you got the Canaanites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites. And actually, with the Jebusites, when we came into the land, the Jebusites were the ones that were running. They were actually ruling the area of Jerusalem. Okay, and actually, when we got Jerusalem, I think it was David. I think it was when David got. We had to defeat the Jebusites to actually get the city of Jerusalem. All right, keep going.
Come on. Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
So he's go ahead.
It's like, if I could too, this is a heavy point that the Lord is bringing out, because a lot of times, you know, people say that you're supposed to love whoever you want to love, right?
Right.
They say there's nothing wrong with that. Here it is, the Lord saying that they not a good neighbor. You see what I'm saying? You should not be, you shouldn't fall in love with them. You see what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen is, once we start dealing with other nations, them other nations and their gods, it turns our hearts away from the Most High.
Right.
And we all, that's why, like, right now today, we want to see so many Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans with an American flag celebrating July 4th. You know why? Because they got in bed with the other nations. You see what I'm saying? Like, the Lord is telling us, keep your culture, you feel me? Serve me. I'm the only power that you got. Once we start giving our power away to these other nations, we start following and serving our God, and then it becomes like it's like you get embarrassed to follow the Most High. You see what I'm saying? But you can follow whatever God, Krishna, you can follow white Jesus, you can follow Buddha, and everything is, you know, what they call it, eclectic. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord is saying, man, don't make marriages with them. You're not supposed to fall in love with everybody. That's it.
I got a question too. So, like, this is my class, very interactive. So, you know, definitely want people involved. Can somebody tell me why these other nations, it would have been attractive for us to follow these other nations? Why? That's what I mean. The Most High said, go in there and shatter everything. What would have been more? Why would we, if we've seen all these things in Egypt, why would we be drawn to these other nations when we saw all this stuff that we saw in Egypt? What would cause it? That might make sense. What would cause us to want to serve these other gods? Let me say it like that. When we go in, anybody want to take a stab? Go ahead, Officer. Good now. Your hand.
It's because we envy their lifestyle. We saw them as like, oh, they get that. To them having fun, we can't do that because we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So we became envious of the way they live their lifestyle, thinking that was a better way.
X, I like how you put it, pretty much, because they got to do what they want to. Remember, and these other nations, when they serve their God, really, their gods allowed them to do what they wanted to do. You know, their gods, you know, I want to be a woman today. Their gods would allow that. I want to live an alternative lifestyle. Their God would allow that. They had a God for us, and they had a God for everything. They had a God for everything. So that's why and also, let's add, they had gods they could see. Remember, Israel rejected, you remember when they said, give us a king we can see. Well, I want somebody I can see to go before us. And what did the Most High say to Samuel? They didn't reject you, they rejected me. So that's the first one. You got gods you can see, and that's what Officer Goodall said. There's gods that, you know, will let you do anything you want. Okay, got the goddess of fertility here, got the goddess of love right here. And it's just like, and those gods allowed you to do any lifestyle. But as Officer Goodall said, we couldn't live like that. Excellent. Go ahead, take Officer.
Verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
This shows that the Most High didn't choose everybody.
Right.
Okay, this is our scripture right here. That, you know, he didn't choose everybody. He chose them because of his covenant that he made with who?
Abraham.
There you go, Abraham. That shows the Most High keeps his promise because of his covenant with Abraham, that he chose the seed through Isaac and through Jacob. Okay, he did not choose Ishmael. What was the other person? Oh, Esau and the other. He did not choose them. His covenant was with Isaac and then with Jacob. All right. Go ahead, Officer.
And we we got to realize the Lord is not interested in equality. The Lord, like, for us to think that we want to be equal with somebody else, that's not the spirit of the Lord. The Lord said He's going to put us above all nations of the face of the earth. Because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are made to rule this earth, not to share and be equal with nobody on the face of the earth.
Right.
Like the Lord is interested in us being supreme because we're His chosen people, not being equal to the same man that put us in these conditions.
So I can add to that. So I can also and really, if you think about it, let's really think about it throughout history. Nobody's ever had really believed in equality.
Right.
If you really think about it, no nation has ever believed, even America doesn't believe in equality. They say that to smokescreen, but any nation that's in charge are going to favor their people.
Right.
That's just how it is. In any nation in charge, the Chinese prefer the Chinaman.
Right.
The Japanese prefer the Japanese man. The so-called white man prefers his own. Right. Okay, the Arab man prefers his own. So the Most High is going to prefer his people and his descendants. Nobody believes in equality. Somebody doing that, that's a smokescreen. All right, let's go ahead and continue. We're reading Deuteronomy chapter 7. We're reading verses 7 through 13.
Come on, in the Hebrew?
Yes, in the Hebrew. Never you read. We'll get Officer Gannett to get a couple of the last ones.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 7. La'ah. Maraba, come. Rob, come. Makol. Ha'ai. Mayum. Ma'ayim.
There you go.
So I get Kashak. Yahweh. Become. Will your Bakar. Become. Chaya. A thumb. Hama'ite. Makol. Ha'ayim. Verse 8. Chaya. Salakia. Mahabath. Habath. Yahweh. Ath or Athakam. Wama Shab. Salakia. Wama Sham. Wama Shamar. Wa. Ath. Shabaiha. Aishar. Nashabai. Bath Yakam. Iwa Taza Yahweh. Athkam. Bayad. Kazak. Is that Kazak?
That's right. Strong, mighty, strong.
Come. Will you put doc? Will you podka? Will you podka? Mabayath. Yum. Badium. Abadium. Mayad. Paraiha. Malaka. Malak. Yum. Tazarayum. Or Tazarium. Mutazarium. Verse 9. Will you die? Chaya Yahweh. Alahayak. Alahayaka. Kawa'a. Salakia. Hawa'a. Yum. Lahayam. Ha Alahayam. Alahayam. Ha'al. Hana Hana Aman. Shamar. Habaryath. Waha Kasad. La'a Habayawa Wan Yawa. So Wala Shamaria.
Go back to go back to number 4, Shamaria.
Okay. La'a Yawan. La'a
Root word is ahab, so that's the root word in there, which means love.
La Ahab Yawan.
There, Yawa.
Yawa Salaki. Wala Shamar Ya. This is in parentheses. I don't know if it's on yours, but it say Mataza Wathwa.
Yes.
Okay, come on. Mataza Wath Yawa. Is this on yours? Because it says
Allah.
Yep. La Alap.
Mhm.
The war. Verse 10. Wamashalam. Wamashalam. Lashana Awa Salaki. Lashan Ayawa. Lashan na Ayawa.
There you go.
Al Panyawa. Laha'ab Salaki. Laha'a Banyadwa.
Ahab. Yam.
Laha'ab Yadwa. La'a Ya'akar. Lashan Awar. Lashan Awar.
Shanawa.
Lashan Awa Salaki. Al Panyawa. Yasha Lam. Yashalam. Shalom. Is that Yashalam?
Good.
Come on. Lawa, verse 11. Washa Marath?
Good.
Af. Taza Wa Salaki. Ha. Mataza Wa. Wa'af. Yum. Quakim. Haquakim. Wa'af. Hamashap. Oh. Yum. Patium.
There you go.
All right, so ha Mashapatium.
It's judgment. Good.
Ashar. Anakanya.
Not good.
Anakia.
Mhm.
Mataza Wak. Matazaka.
There you go.
Slakia. Mataza Waka.
There you go.
Wam. Hayamwa. Hayamwan. Hayam. Haya.
Mhm.
Wam.
There you go.
Haya Wam. Wa'ai. Shawatham.
Excellent.
Verse 12. Wahaya. Iquab, the Shum Iwan, the Shum Iwan, Ath, that's Thumb, Tamayum. All right, so Hama Patyum,
Judgments again.
Hamala, Salakia, Ha'ala,
There you go.
Ha'ala, what's your Maria, what's your Mar Thumb,
There you go.
Wa'ai Shayathum, I Thumb, Shamar, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Laka, Ath, Abaryath, Wa'ath, Akasad, Ashar, Nishabai, the Abath Yaka, verse 13. What a habak, what a habak. I mean, what a habaka.
Word is love. The root word is love.
The root word is what?
Love. Ah, the root word is love.
You said ahab. Okay. What ahabka?
There you
Wabar wabarak ka?
There you
Waha rabka?
There you go.
Waha rabka?
There you go.
Baraya. I mean Parya or
Yeah, you go.
Paraya.
Party.
Parya. But to knock. But to Naka. Batanka. Waparya. Adam Salaki. Adamathka. The knock. The Naka. The Naka.
Gunka.
Oh, the Gunka.
There you go.
Kamaka. With the Salaki. With the Yar Shika. With the Yarshika.
Your Rashka.
With the Yarashka. Where your Taza Raka. Haraka. Haraka.
There you go.
Shagar. Alagayak. Alayaka. Alagayaka. Oh, Alapayaka.
Lapika.
Alapyaka. Yeah. Wa'ai Shaf. Wa'ai Shaf Rath. Taza Naka. Taza Naka. Taza Unka.
There you go.
Ow. Ha'adama.
Excellent.
Ashar. Nishab I. Nishaba I. Nishaba. Nishab. Say it again. Nishabai. Okay, come. La Abathyaka. Lathoth, Lakah, verse 14.
That's it. All right, let's go ahead and read that in the English one. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 7 through 13 in the English.
Concept. Deuteronomy 7, verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand. And redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt. Verse 9. Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
Okay, and this goes right with the third commandment. It's one of those commandments where the Most High says, he loves those that keep his commandments. And Yahweh actually, backed that when he said, "If you love me, keep the commandments." Okay, and this is, what is it in John? I can't remember all my scripture, but this is the love of God, that we what? Keep his commandments. So this is all, it's all showing that it's all connected. Okay. All right, keep going.
Come on. Verse 10. And repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face.
That goes along with that commandment too. Remember, it's visiting the iniquity of the fathers to the children, to how many generations? Remember? Yeah, what the saying says? Third and fourth generations. Visiting the iniquity. This goes right with the commandments. And repayeth them, the third and fourth generation, that those that hate me. Keep going.
Verse 11. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. Verse 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and keep and do them, that the Lord thy God shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he swore unto thy fathers. Verse 13. And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb and the fruit of thy land, thy corn and thy wine and thine oil, the increase of thine kind, and the flocks of the sheep, in the land which he swore unto the fathers to give thee.
So that's how you knew you were being blessed by the Most High, because he would bless the land. Nobody in the land would have diseases. The women would not be barren. The crops, your flock. This is the signs of the blessing. Okay, when you did not, follow the commandments, crops, your crops wouldn't grow. The people in the land be barren. We go into bondage. These are the curses that were put upon us when we did not keep it. Okay, and actually, the back then, if you look in Zechariah, remember, the nations like Egypt will have to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, and if they don't obey the Feast of Tabernacles, what happens to them? I remember. They don't receive any rain. They don't receive any rain, and they're going to be cursed. Anybody that does not come up. So if you didn't keep the commandments, the land would show it, and the land would spit you out. All right, and that's it. Also, kind of everything there. All right, I'm gonna read a couple just so we're in 14. I'm gonna read Deuteronomy. I'm gonna read the Hebrew, Deuteronomy 7:14 through 20. I'm gonna read in the Hebrew. Also, for I'll let you read the English in this. Deuteronomy 7 verse 14 in the Hebrew. Or what? Sahaya, Makal, Ha'anyam, La'a, Yahaya, Maka, Iquar, Wa'ikora, Wabaha Maska. Verse 15. Waha Sayar, Yahawa, Mumka, Call, Kolya, Wakal, Madwaya, Matazarium, Harayim, Ashar, Yada'ait, La'a, Yasha Yamum, Bak, Wanasnum, Bakal, Shanaya Yaka, Shanaya Yaka. It's like verse 16. What am I going to?
You're going all the way down to verse 20.
Verse 20, okay. Verse 16. Kalaf, Call, Ainyam, Ashar, Yahweh, Allah Hayaka, Nathan, La'a, Fakas, Ayanka, Al Yahum, Wala'a, Fa'ibad, Allah Yahum, Kaya, Mawakwash, Hawa'a, La, verse 17, Kaya, Amar, Bala Babka, Rabyam, Hagoyim, Allah, Mamanya, Ayaka, Wa'akal, Laha Warrior, Laha Rayashma, Waha Rayasham, verse 18, La'a, Layara'a, Maham, Zakar, Lasakar, Ashar, Aisha, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Laparaiha, Wakal, Walakal, Matazarian, verse 19, Lamasaf, Hagadalah, Ashar, Wa'awa, Ayanyaka, Waha'atath, Waha-Mapathyam, Wahayad, Wahachazaka, Wahazarai, Wanatawaya, Wanatawaya, Ashar, Hawatazawaka, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Khan, Aisha, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Lakal, Ha'anyam, Ashar, Ata, Yara'ah, Mapanyaham, verse 20, Wagam, Hatazaraiha, Yashalak, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Bum, Abad, Hanasharium, Wahana Nasa Tharium, Mapanyaka. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Let's go ahead and read the English, Deuteronomy chapter 7, 14 through 20. Whenever you're ready,
Khan. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 14. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be a male or female bearing among you, or among your cattle. Verse 15. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil disease of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. Verse 16. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thine God shall deliver thee. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto you. Verse 17. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Verse 18. Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shall well remember that the Lord, Salakia, what the Lord thine God did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt. Verse 19. The great temptation which thine eyes saw, and the signs, and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Lord thine God brought thee out, so shall the Lord thine God do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Verse 20. Moreover, the Lord thine God will send a hornet among them, which, Salaki, until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed.
I have a question to ask the class, like your sister, if I can answer this. At this point in time, when Moses is telling Israel this, Israel had saw how the Most High literally smashed Pharaoh of Egypt. What two other kings at this point were destroyed that were mighty kings that the Most High destroyed, that the Israelites destroyed? These were other two mighty kings in the wilderness that Israel had destroyed. What were their names? We need to know this. We need to know these things of our history. Does anybody remember those two mighty kings that were destroyed? I want to take a stab at it. These were the kings. These were two kings. So after we destroyed Pharaoh, we went out to the wilderness. We're going towards the promised land. Of course, you know, we because we had no unbelief, we wanted 4 years. But there were two mighty kings when we were in the wilderness that we destroyed. Go ahead.
I don't know their names, but was one of them the king of like the Moab or
Okay,
Ammonite.
well, we did the There we go. The Amorites. We slaughtered the two mighty kings of the Amorites. One was Sihon, king of the Amorites, and Og. Those were some mighty kings of the Amorites that we slaughtered. And what did that do when we slaughtered those two kings? What did that do to the other nations?
I let them know that the Most High was with us.
Yeah, well, they were scared. That put fear in them. Okay? That put fear. So that's like, three powerful nations being destroyed. That's like United States, China, Russia. Just think of mighty nations are empires of our time, and we're just smashed. Those other nations are going to be like, oh, these people, this is a certain people that's not to be played with. Okay, so you got to remember that. All right. Did we read all that?
Come on. Can I ask a question?
Come.
When it says in verse 20, right? When it says, is this the same as now when it says that he'll send us hunters and we'll go out and hunt them in the mountains? So back then he said, moreover, the Lord thy God will send the hornets among them until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed. Meaning, like when he destroyed Egypt, it was people that was still left that was hiding. That's what he's saying? That he said he sent the hornets out to go get them?
This is more of the most. I'm talking about. You want to add to it?
No, well, the thing here is like this is something that's going to happen. This is prepared to you, saying like I wish I come down and he do this thing, feel like it speaks of Judah and Ephraim being battle axe. You see what I'm saying? Like we want to go out. Like it's like the scripture said, they don't want to serve me. Go get them, bring them before me, and slay them. You see what I'm saying? So like this is more not right now, but prophetically, like we will go out and get the things they probably spring.
Slack, if I may, absolutely. Sure. Also, if you look in Revelation, I want to say it's Revelation 6. Remember when the day of the Lord came, what did they say? They said, hide us. They asked the rocks to fall on them. They said, hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne and from the Lamb, because the great day of his wrath has come. People are going to be ducking and running. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Officer Ferrara?
Okay.
This is like, yeah, so on the day of the Lord, it's talking about sending the hornet among them. You can correlate this to the day of the Lord. And it says the they that are left and hide themselves from thee will be destroyed, because they're not going to be able to be hid. They're going to ask the rocks and stuff to fall on them, because it's going to be that day. That's why there's a scripture also talking about, I think it's in Amos, where it tells the day of the Lord is it's rough. It's rough. Go ahead, Officer. Talk about
like it's good. What you saying is everything. Like it's a scripture to say they will pray for death and death won't find. Come. People will be praying to be unalive, and the Lord won't allow them to live. And see, you got to see this through.
Come. All right, I'm going to read, if I may, I'm going to read the next one, and then I'm going to get Officer Gannett to read the last two of the last one. That's why. Okay. But you want to take the whole lesson. This is my group. This is the second lesson. I know it's 11. Let's read Deuteronomy chapter 7, 21 and 22. Okay, all right. Deuteronomy 7, verse 21, and I'm going to where am I? 26. Okay, 8-1. Verse 21. La'ah ta'irataza mapanyaham kaya Yahweh alahayaka bakorabka al hagadawal wara verse 22. When a shawl Yahweh alahayaka ah hagoyam ha'al mapanyaka ma'ait ma'ait La'ah Tharakal Kalatham Mahar Pun Tharaba Alyaka Chayath Hashada, verse 23. Wanathanam Yahweh Alahayaka Lapanyaka Wahamam Mahawama Gadala I Hashamadam, verse 24. Wanathan Malak Yaham Bayadka Waha Abadas Ah Shamam, Mathakha, Hashamyam, La'ah, Yatazam, Ayash, Mapanyaka, Hashamadka, Atham, verse 25. Pasayalya, Alahaya, Alahaya, Tasharakwan, Ba'ash, La'a, Tachaman, Kasa, Wazahab, Al-Yaham, Wala Kwakas, La, Pun, Tawa Kwash, Bawa, Kaya, Tawa Aibah, Yahawa, Alahayaka, Tawa, verse 26. Wala, Tawa Ya'a, Tawa Aiba, Al, Bayatka, Wahayayat, Haram, Kamawa, Shakwataza, Watasha, Wataza, Anwa, with a Aib, with a Ibanwa, Kaya, Haram, Hawa'a, verse, Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 1, correct? Call, Hamataza Wa, Ashar, Anakia, Mataza Waka, Hayawam, the Shamar one, the Aishawa, the Ma'ain, Aka Yawan, Wa Rab Yatham, Waba Atham, Waya Ra'ash Thumb, Arakaza, Ashar, the Shabai, Yahawa, La Abath Yakam. Is that it? Oh, so around you can read it. English and everything.
Come. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 21. Thou shalt not be frightened at them, for the Lord thine God is among you, a mighty God and terrible. Verse 22. And the Lord thine God will put out those nations before thee by little and little. Thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee. Verse 23. But the Lord thine God shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed. Verse 24. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under the heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. Verse 25. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the Lord thine God. Verse 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a accursed thing. This is Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 1. All the commandments which I have commanded thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply, and go in and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers.
Okay, I'll let you read this. We're going to read Deuteronomy chapter 8, 2 through 8. 2 through 8. I'm going to let Officer Gana read verse 2, give him some practice with his Hebrew.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2 in Hebrew. Was it Karafia?
It's a Karaf.
Was it Karaf? Atha, Kala, Call Hada, Hadaraka, Hadarak. Asherah, Shah. Take the A off. Hopefully, going to
You're going to always blend the last two for the most part. So, Shah. You're going to blend the Shah. Most of the time, you're going to blend it up. Keep going.
Allah or Al is AH. Allah. Allah. Ka.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hawa. Hawa.
So what's your name?
Hawa.
Howard.
Ahala. 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 Alahayakum. Zaha.
When the Z.
Zaha.
Sa. So what's your name? Keep going.
Arabian. Rabian. Lamasau. Lamasua. Yes. Nah.
There you go. That's the word.
That's it. So now.
Yeah, because that huh is going to be connected to the now. It's a shana.
That's God.
Good.
Ma.
Good.
Tamara.
I'm at the bar. Sit down. The bar. That's what.
Get on rock.
I'm at the bar.
I'm at the bar. That's La. Lama.
Good.
Lama I.
I. Good.
Lama I.
Keep going. Good.
Anai. Anayata.
Master.
Anaka.
Keep going.
I. Insha. Sata.
Sata.
Insafka.
Keep going. What's it called?
With the I.
Last.
Let the Ika.
Let the ice.
Let the I.
Keep going. What?
Aha. Hatha.
Aha.
Keep going. Aha. Sha. Hashara.
Okay, so connect the Shah and the Ra.
Hashar.
Ashar. Good.
Hashar.
Good. Keep going.
Ba. Bala. Balaba.
Bob.
Balaba.
Look at that. You know what it is. There you go. Say it again.
Balabaka.
Absolutely. Keep going.
Hathashah,
That's a sure.
Maraka, Maraka, Hatham,
That's a sure.
no, Ra, Ka,
No, that's a rock.
Hatham, Ra,
That's a sure. Look at the think of the department. That's a sure.
Shamar,
Shamar.
Shamar, Hathashamar,
Good. Keep going.
Hathashamar, Mataka,
Taza.
Mataza, Karwa,
Waf.
or what? Mataza, Karwa,
Mataza Waf.
Mataza, Wathwa, and then Hama,
That's a connector. No, so it'll be
Hama,
in the last word.
There
There we go. Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and continue through the time. Verse 3. We're going to verse. Which
we're
one?
going all the way to verse 8, sir.
Verse 8. Okay. Well, Ayanka. Verse 3. We're in Deuteronomy 8, verse 3. Well, you're a Ibka. Well, you're a Kolka. Haman. Ashar. La'ah. You're the Ike. Well, La'ah. You're the I. You're Daiwan. Abathika. Lama Ain. Hawadaika. Kaya. La'ah. Hawaham. Labadwa. Yachaya. Adam. Kaya. Call. Mawa. Kaya. Yahawa. Yachaya. Adam. Verse 4. Shamalaka. La'ah. Balatha. Ma'al Yaka. Waragolka. La'ah. Batazakwa. The. Ababa'ayam. Shana. Verse 5. Wayadai. The Ait. Ain. Lababka. Kaya. Shar. Yasar. Ayash. Bunwa. Yahawa. Alahayaka. Maya. Sarak. Verse 6. Where Shamarach. Matazawak. Yahawa. Alahayaka. Lalakah. But the Rak Yawa. Wala Yara'aha. Athwa. Verse 7. Kaya. I'm going to 7. 8. Go on. Kaya. Yahawa. Alahayaka. Maba. Aka. Arakaza. Kababa. Arakaza. Nakoya. Mayam. Ayanat. Like what the ma. Yataza Ayam. Baba Aiha. Wabahar. Verse 8. Arakaza. Kata. Washa Ira. Waga Pun. Wasa Na. Ram one. Arakaza. Zayah. Shaman. Wada Bash. And that's it. Also, for every fish,
Come.
2, 3.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the ways which the Lord thine God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. Verse 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thine fathers know, that he might make thee know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out the mouth of the Lord, that proceedeth out the mouth of the Lord doeth man live.
Remember, Yahweh quoted that. All right, keep going.
Come. Verse 4. Thy remnant waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years. Verse 5. Thou shalt consider in thine heart that as a man chastiseth his son, so the Lord thy God chastiseth thee. Verse 6. Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thine God, to walk in his ways and to fear him. Verse 7, for the Lord thy God bringeth thee into a good land, and a land of brooks water, of fountains, and that sprang out of valleys and hills. Verse 8, and a land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of oil, olive, and honey.
I wanted us to take a look real quick. I know we're short on time. At verse 8, what is significant about verse 8? A land of wheat, a land of barley, a land of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey. What is significant about those crops? Anybody know? Go ahead, Officer Gunnar. Okay, those are the crops that we were harvesting for the feast time. Remember, the Most High said 3 times a year you shall come and keep a feast to me. Okay, you had the wheat harvest, and that was the feast of that was like the feast of weeks, or it was a Pentecost. Right. Barley was around Passover time. Okay, and then you had the vines, like your grapes, your fig trees, your pomegranate, olive oil. That was the Feast of Tabernacles. That's when we would bring all of those crops in for the Feast of Tabernacles. And the Most High, and that's why we celebrate those 3 times a year. We were celebrating those harvests in connection with those feast days, because we were thankful and rejoicing before what the Most High had blessed us with. He had blessed us with those crops, with the barley harvest, with the wheat harvest. And we would bring those crops to the feast, and we would eat before the Most High. And we remember the Levites and the widow and the poor. We rejoiced because the Most High blessed us. And that's why we rejoice at these feast times. Yes. All right. Right. This is just for the men up here. I mind it, which needs to stand.
Lion Solid.
This is a purple tip. All right, let's go. Let's carry that. All right, men of Israel, this is for the men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Yahweh Shem Yashabrak.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrak. Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrak. Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrak. Yeah.
It's on the altar, correct?
This is for everybody. Amayan wa pinya hakwadam, which means rise and face the east. The east is behind us. We're going to be reading the Lord's Prayer, first in the Hebrew, then in the English. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadah, Yah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Wakah, Naba'ah, Batazayah, Ayah, Aisha, Aratazah, Awah, Ayah, Shemayim, Latan Lanawa, Lakam, Paul, Yawam, Salak now, Kapawat now, Salak now, Kapawatia now, Wala'ah, Taba'aya now, Vanasaya Wam, Ball, Hawashaya now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Ka, Kamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahapa'ara, Awalamia, Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. So be it. Sorry to turn. This concludes the service. Sisters, Shabiam. Men of Israel. Now we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. Saw, which means turn. Men of Israel. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium. Barak. Yahweh Ba'athim Yahweh Shabbarakatham.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabbarakatham.
Yayimatat. Saw, which means turn. Sisters. Amadium. Men of Israel. Now we're going to get his sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium. Barak.
Yahweh
Sar, Yayimatat, dismiss.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're